Hello, Chandru.
சார் சொல்லுங்க சார்.
You make me host now.
ஓகே சார்.
Okay.
host சார்.
Because I'm not able to see the chat. Yeah. Yeah, now voice is clear. Okay. In last class, we have seen about large intestine. We'll see here. We have seen about large intestine and there how digestion happens, and the last fecal matter will come out. We'll continue from that. That how these things after digestion, how the food will be coming out, and if there is a problem or some kind of disease is there, then we'll see that also. In today's class, we will see what is diarrhea. What is diarrhea? Okay. A condition when watery stool appear frequently is called diarrhea. Okay. It means completely loss of water will be there, and this you can write a condition when watery stool appears frequently is called as diarrhea. And how these things will take place? By food poisoning. The major thing is food poisoning and infection. Food poisoning and infections are the two main cause of diarrhea, and because of this the food will not be digest completely. The gastric problem will be coming, and that stomach will be completely filled, and frequent stool will be coming out. And if this process or if this disease continues without untreated, then serious disease and can leads to death of individual. Okay. Why death is happening? The main reason for the death is excessive loss of water. See, you can be alive. Stool is the fecal matter. Like fecal matter will be completely water. Okay. Now you can be alive for 3 days, 4 days, or 7 days without eating food, but it is difficult. It is very, very difficult. Without drinking water, we cannot be alive. Water is too essential. It's very essential for our body. Only then our cells will do all the functions. Okay, so loss of water, death will happen due to the loss of water plus salts. Salts in example, sodium, Cl minus, potassium, like that in ion form. Okay, these are the ion salts which is maintaining the body osmolarity. The body condition is maintained properly. Okay, for this the doctors or will go to hospital. It is treatable. In hospital they will give ORS. ORS is a oral rehydration. Oral rehydration. Here what happens, due to the loss of water, due to the loss of water is dehydration. Okay, then again if you are making hydrated, then it is called as rehydration. Rehydration, again hydration is done. Rehydration means again water is added to the body. Okay, here the loss of water is there, so it is dehydration, and here again water is added, so it is called as rehydration. And oral rehydration solution. Okay, which is boiled or cooled, or like initially or the ORS is a, it is a water which will be boiled and then it will be cooled, and pinch of salt they will add, and many other minerals like potassium, magnesium, sodium, Cl minus, they will add, like pinch of salt they will add, and some sugars will be added, and they will give to the patient to maintain the water loss of the body. Okay, so this is what a diarrhea which is taking place. But here you have to remember that it is a condition when watery stool appears frequently. It is due to the food poisoning and infection. If seriously, if this disease is not treated, then it can lead to death, because there is a excessive loss of water and salts. Now what to do to rectify this? We'll give ORS, which is oral rehydration solution, and this solution is first boiled and then cooled, and a pinch of salt or sugar is added, and then it can be given to the patient. Okay, now we'll see one, there are two more topics in this. Grazing, we have seen about the human being, we'll see about the grass eating animal also. So digesting in grass eating animals. See, at the end we'll discuss some worksheet also. So some animal eat grass. You know what are the animal will eat grass? Uh, like herbivorous animal, like a deer, cow, buffalo. So there are many herbivorous animal will eat grass, and this grass initially in the starting of the class, nutrition in plant, I told you, understand properly. Plants will have huge amount of cellulose. Okay, I have told you cellulose is not digested by human being. Okay, it is a, cellulose is a carbohydrate. Cellulose is a carbohydrate. Okay, now this carbohydrate has to be digested, but human being cannot digest, and the cow or herbivorous animal can digest. So to digest this, there is some special kind of organ is also needed, some enzyme, because this cellulose is a source of energy. Okay, this cellulose is a source of energy. So like cellulose is a carbohydrate present in a grass which can be digested by action of certain bacteria. Okay. Now bacteria, where it will be present? It will be present in bacteria present in stomach of animal. Now I'll just show you a picture that will see how much stomach is present in. You can see on the screen. You can see on the screen that there is a animal. This is grass. Now grass, if they eat, they will not digest completely. Okay, they will incomplete digestion. They'll just swallow the food and they'll pass it down to by esophagus to this part, at this part, which is called as rumen. Rumen is the first stomach part, which is because see, stomach is divided into many parts. Okay, it is not a one part, and rumen will store undigested material or undigested grass. It will be stored here completely, and then slowly they will try to digest the. Will see the part here, the small intestine, esophagus, and this a complete stomach here. The stomach is divided into uh, it's called as, we can, I will write it here, abomasum, abomasum, then reticulum, then omasum, and rumen. There are four parts of the stomach. Okay, we can name 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so rumen, abomasum, reticulum, and omasum. These are the four parts of the stomach, and there is a cecum, large intestine. All these things are present here. Okay, so try to remember this picture. We'll go to that. Okay, so now we'll see step by step how these things will takes place. Okay, first step, first step, let us take an animal, cow. Cow will eat grass, and then they will, after eating, they will give this food or the grass to a compartment, which is the first compartment and the biggest compartment of the stomach. First and biggest compartment called as rumen. Okay, now after coming in this rumen, we can write here, rumen will have undigested grass, or will take as a complete food. Okay, it is undigested. It is very important, we'll see in the question also. Now second step, when cow will eat grass, it does not chew properly, it has no time for it, so it will swallow completely and it goes to the rumen and the first part of the stomach. Now this rumen rumen has bacteria. If they ask a question where bacteria is present in the stomach of cow or herbivorous, it is the place where rumen is there. Rumen will have a bacteria. This bacteria will produce an enzyme. We know that digestive system is completely work on enzyme. Screen is not seen. Why? Can see my screen, everyone? Okay. Okay, fine. So rumen will have a bacteria, and this bacteria will produce an enzyme. We know that all digestive. No, you can take screenshot. Okay, as I'm writing, you can take a screenshot. I'm writing in a step by step. I'm just writing for you. Just take a screenshot. No need to write. Okay. So rumen will have a bacteria, and bacteria will produce enzyme. Digestive system is completely, or digestion of food is completely based on enzyme. If enzyme is not there, then the food will not be digested. In same way, here also, the rumen contain cellulose digesting bacteria. Which bacteria? Cellulose digesting bacteria. And this bacteria will produce an enzyme called as cellulase. That enzyme name is cellulase. This is an enzyme. Okay. And the bacteria is called as cellulose digesting bacteria. Now this cellulase will digest. We can write this with equation. Cellulose will form now glucose plus glucose, like many glucose will be there. We can write plus N. Okay, it can go to, and here we can write enzyme cellulase. So cellulase will digest cellulose and will form glucose, like many glucose. Okay, so this bacteria will be present now. The cow will start to digest. So you know that when cow after grazing the field, they will come and sit in a particular place for a long time, and then they will again, from the rumen, the food, undigested food is coming into the mouth, and then they will start to digest. Okay, they will start to chew and chew and chew, so that the food cellulose will be completely digested, and then it will be forming into curd. So whatever the bacteria, rumen, in the, we can write here undigested food in rumen is called as curd. It's called as undigested or partially digested. We can say partially partly digested food is also called as curd. It is very important. Just note it down. Okay. Then the process of chewing. No, again the curd. This curd will be going back to mouth uh, for chewing, and this process is called as rumination. Means cow is there. Cow first went to the field for grazing. They have taken the grass and they have not chewed it. They have completely swallowed and it went to the rumen. And after completion of grazing, they will go and sit in a particular place for a very long time. Then undigested food, which is called as curd. Now curd will come back to the mouth and they will chew it again. And this chewing again is called as rumination. This chewing again is called as rumination. After rumination, it is ruminant. Ruminant is nothing but the animal that swallows their food at first and then chew it later on is called as ruminant. I'll write the definition here. Animals that swallow their food at first and then chew it later on. And this is called as ruminant. Now, like grass-eating animal can digest cellulose, while several other animal cannot. This animal have different types of bacteria which is present in the herbivorous of the stomach, and they can digest. As I've already told you, that rumen will contain a bacteria, and this bacteria will called as cellulose digesting bacteria will produce an enzyme cellulase. Now, cellulose and cellulose will both combine, and then they will start to produce glucose, and this glucose further on they'll provide energy for the animals to do the swallow. Means taking inside. Okay. Rumination means the curd returns to the mouth to chew again is called as rumination. I will write it here. Wait. Rumination means the curd returns to the mouth in this animals, and they chew it. This is called as rumination. Rumen is a part of stomach. Yes, jejunum notes I will show at the end of the class. How many chamber stomach does cow have? There are all herbivorous animal will have 4 chamber. Already I have told you there are 4 chamber: rumen, abomasum, reticulum, and omasum. Okay. One question they have asked in Olympiad. I will write it down here. In Olympiad, they have asked a question. Grass eating animal that swallow animal can digest cellulose while several other animal cannot. These animals, you can take this screenshot, very important point. Animals have a different type of bacteria present in stomach that helps in digesting cellulose. Okay. Olympiad. This statement, if you remember, sometime they will ask, you can answer. Okay. So this is, now we'll learn about a bacteria also, like feeding in amoeba, not bacteria, amoeba, sorry. This is the last topic of this chapter, feeding and digestion in amoeba. So first of all, amoeba is a microscopic organism which is made up of only one cell. Amoeba has a cell membrane, cytoplasm, and a nucleus. I'll show you a picture. You can see here the complete process of amoeba. So amoeba is a microscopic animal. Okay, amoeba is a microscopic animal. Only one cell is present. Amoeba will have cell membrane. Cell membrane is there, and we can cell membrane is there. Then cytoplasm is also present, and it will also have a nucleus. And nucleus is round and dense, and you can find a small vacuole is also present, which is very important. And small vacuole. Okay, vacuole is present. Now amoeba can change shape. We know that amoeba can change shape when there is no definite shape of amoeba, so it can change. It can use a false food which is called a pseudopodia. This you can see the marking pseudopodia. These pseudopodia help them in the locomotion, and it is also in help in engulfing of food. Okay, as you can see, the food is completely engulfed in this part. So it uses a false teeth called pseudopodia to take the food present in the surrounding, or it helps them for a locomotion. Pseudopodia engulf the food, and then food gets stored in a food vacuole. You see here, there was food vacuole is made in this. This is the food vacuole. Food vacuole. Once the food is coming inside, then it will secrete some digestive juice inside the vacuole that will help in the digestion of food. So you can see the blue color. You see here, now it is a blue color, right? This material here, it's completely digested into small fragments. Okay, this small fragment happened because of human has only one chamber. We are not cow. Okay, human has only one chamber, one stomach, that's all. Curd, cud, curd, not curd. Curd is different thing, cud is different thing. What is the food of amoeba? Amoeba can eat small microscopic animal like phytoplanktons and very small animals. Okay, small animal, I'm sorry, not small, microscopic organisms. So once the food vacuole is formed, here you can see food vacuole is formed. Now these food vacuoles, this amoeba will secrete enzyme, and then in the food vacuole, all the food will be completely digested. Now amoeba then absorb the digested food and use it for fulfilling the different life process such as multiplication and growth. As you can see here, absorption and then assimilation is done. After assimilation, the waste food has to throw outside, or it is just given out. No. Amoeba cannot eat paramecium. Assimilation means utilizing the digested food so that they can have a growth, they can do function, they can move, they can perform various type of functions. Okay, so this process will take place. You can take a screen. I'll just write some notes here so you can take a screenshot. Okay. Amoeba secrete digestive juice to digest the food. Okay. Now, after digesting the food is absorption, and then absorption, assimilation, and after assimilation is digestion. Means absorption is utilizing completely, mean it is completely absorbed from that and then utilized, and then waste material is thrown out. So one more point here I would like to add. Amoeba also secrete out waste product and undigested food out of the body. This is also Olympiad question. Okay. As you can see, I have shown you the diagram. This how the digestion, and your chapter is complete. Okay. Now we'll see certain questions. I will write a question here and you have to answer. Okay. First one. Match you have to answer, so be ready. If you have listened whole class, you can see match the following. I'll write it. One, liver. Two, large intestine. Three, rectum. Four, stomach. And five is villi. You have to match with A, B, C, D. Okay. A is acid base. B, release of fecal matter. C, absorption of digested food. D, bile release. E, absorption of water. Yes, you try and yes. Uh, Liver, first one, liver will release bile release. Liver release bile, then large intestine, absorption of water. Large intestine, absorption of water. Okay. 2C. No, Srinita. How can 2C will be there? Large intestine, absorption of water. Rectum. 4, rectum. Rectum, release of fecal matter. Rectum, release of fecal matter. Stomach, acid base. And villi is absorption of digested food. Yes, good. So I'll write it. I'll write the solution here. 1 D, large intestine. E, 3 rectum. B, 4 stomach. A, and 5 C. You can match amoeba once again. See amoeba. Yeah, at last I will show you. Don't worry. Okay. We'll complete the question and then at last I will show you. Now next question. Now is a fill in the blanks. Saliva is secreted by what is the answer? Yeah, you can take time. 30 second, 40 second, you want to take time. Largest gland in human body. I'll give you 1 minute. You can answer. It's easy question. So first one is salivary gland. Salivary gland. Largest gland in human body is liver. Chewing and mixing of food. Good, good. Chewing and mixing of food. Tasting, speaking. Yeah, we can write that also, no problem. Swallow and digest. No, no. Swallow and digest is not done by tongue. Okay, Sanjay, Tanishka, yes, good, good. Then insulin is released by, answer this question. Fourth one, this insulin is released by, good, Momita, yeah, taste, no, not digest, mixing. Shreya, good, good. Shreya is answering pancreas. Very good. Kanish, yeah. HCl is released by, fifth one. Yeah, stomach. See, stomach is also right answer, but in option, if you get gastric, then you should mark this. Gastric means stomach. Okay, so gastric gland. Gastric gland is most appropriate word to use here. Okay, so instead of stomach saying, you can say gastric gland will secrete HCl. And I'll tell you a little more advanced thing. Gastric gland here, one cell will be there, which is called as oxyntic cell or oxyntic cell. This is the cell. Exactly. This is the exact cell by which HCl is produced. So, but you should know only the gastric gland. Okay. Good. Yaswant, Tanishka, Sanjay. Sanjay has answered the right one. Gastric gland. Next question. What is mastication? What is mastication? Now take it. Sanjay. What is mastication? The process of chewing food is called as mastication. Brain Chandran. Yes. Process of chewing of food called as mastication. Next one. What is enzyme? One example. The process of grinding and chewing food is called as mastication. Good. What is enzyme? Can you give an example? Bremchandran, answer me. Bile juice. No, no, bile juice will not have any enzyme. Rishikesh, change it, okay? There is no enzyme in bile juice. X cellulose. No, no. Pepsinogen, good. Pepsinogen is an enzyme. Trypsin is an enzyme. Lactase is an enzyme. Amylase is an enzyme. Good, good. I'll write here. You just copy it, okay? You write somewhere else or take a screenshot. Be ready. Enzymes are biocatalyst that helps in digestion of food. They are released from endocrine gland present in different parts of digestive system. Example we can take pepsin is released from gastric gland that helps in digestion of protein. Okay, this is the answer. Protein is, yeah, pepsinogen will help in digestion of protein. Okay, no, actually it's coming here, that name, that's what I thought. Okay, Monica Sri. Next question. What is digestion and why it is important? What is digestion? Yes, Aditya Kumar, I will show you at last. Okay, or let me see. Yeah, one is here. Can take the screenshot now. This one and one more. And this one. Okay. Now, what is digestion? The process of breaking down food particles into tiny particles. Yes, good. Try to be in like biological term. The process of absorption of food nutrient. Yes, I think everyone knows this. The mechanism of breaking complex food simpler form by action of, I've told you, enzyme is very important. If there is no enzyme, then there is no digestion. Digestion it is essential for utilization of food component to obtain energy and maintenance of body. Maintenance of body. We'll see. 5 minutes is there. We'll see one more question. You have to name an enzyme released from the digestive gland. I'll write the gland name. You have to write the enzyme name. Okay. A. Salivary gland. B. Gastric gland. C. Pancreas. D. Liver. Question. Will leave out the liver. Liver does not secrete any enzyme. Okay, as I've told you. Yes. Amylase, pepsin, insulin. Yes, salivary amylase. Complete statement you write. Okay. Salivary amylase. Gastric gland will secrete pepsin, renin. There are many enzymes. HCl is not an enzyme. Shri, HCl is not an enzyme. Pancreas, insulin. Insulin is a hormone. No. Pancreas, we'll write pancreatic amylase, lipase, trypsin. Okay. Renin is an enzyme name like pepsin, that is renin, an enzyme name. Pancreas, Yashwant, insulin is hormone. It is not an enzyme. Okay. There are certain more questions we'll discuss in the upcoming classes. Some 2 to 3 questions. We'll discuss this question in the next class, and then we'll start the different chapter. Okay. If any doubt is there, yeah, parotid gland. Parotid gland is a type of salivary gland. It will secrete salivary amylase. HCl is acid used to kill germs. Good. Renin means an enzyme. Where insulin is released? Yeah, insulin is released by pancreas. That is correct. But insulin is a hormone. Here, then question it is not mentioned, right? That insulin is enzyme or what? Insulin is a product of pancreas, but it is a hormone. It is not an enzyme. You got it, Rishikesh? Yes, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Hormones are small molecular weight biologically active components which helps the body metabolism. Function of insulin to lower the blood glucose level. If your glucose level increases in blood, then insulin will decrease it. Tanishka, yes, you can live, no doubt. Liver is the biggest gland in our body. An enzyme is a biocatalyst which digests food material, okay? Or anything which comes in the contact with an enzyme will digest it. For example, for a protein digestion, protease is needed. For carbohydrate, their respective enzymes. All enzymes are very specific. One enzyme cannot use for 100 substrate. Digestion question slide, sir. I want to take a screenshot. Yes, those who don't have doubt, they can leave. Yes, Selvan, what happened?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, could you show me the um that that Olympiad part, sir?
Yeah, it's on the screen. You can note it.
Screenshot. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, you can leave. Yes. Yeah, it's on the screen. Yes, yes, you can leave. Digestion and excretion. See, digestion is a process and excretion is also a process. Here the excretion is done by excretory system and digestion is done by digestive system. Okay, the two different organ is participating here. Digestion is completely the fecal solid matter is coming out of the body or undigested food, and excretion is the food material which is not, it is the filter of the blood, which is all the waste part is excreted out via kidney. Yeah, it is important. Okay, thank you. We'll see in the next class. Okay, that question. Yeah, you can take the screenshot now, Aditya.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, that Olympiad questions also can you give, sir?
which
I
one?
want to take screenshot, sir.
Yeah, yeah, it's here only. No, I have shown the pink color is on the screen. You can take it out.
Yes, sir.
Then here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, thank you.